All right, guys, we're going to install here a 12K, one of our prime units here. They're pretty much all the same, but first thing you do is you take this unit right here, you flip it upside down, and you take this bracket off. Okay, when you get this bracket, you kind of figure out where you want on the wall. Most of the time, I'll just measure from this point to this point, find the middle, set the bracket, level it. I hit a stud on this side, so that's nice. On this side, I use metal butterfly anchors. Do not use plastic ones, whatever you do. So just some of these right here, like that. These are the best things on the planet. Get them at Lowe's, just toggle bolts. I call them butterfly anchors. So that's the first thing you do. And then the next thing you do is you grab your level here, put it on the bottom, like so. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna draw a line on the wall, like that. See? Okay. And then you'll grab. All right, guys, so after you hang your bracket, you're gonna put this up like this. Just grab you a pen, draw you a line across here. You'll make a line. What you're gonna do now is grab a tape measure and go from the center of this side. You're gonna go 5 inches. So put this 5 inches, come over, draw your line. And then you're gonna go 1 1/8 up or 1 1/4 up, somewhere in there like that. Draw your line. What you're gonna do here is you're gonna bore a 2 1/4 inch hole through the wall for your line sets. Then what you're gonna do after that, you're gonna come over to this unit here. You're gonna grab your black wire that comes in the kit. You're gonna take this cover off here. You're gonna feed the lines through here and pull it out the back. It makes it so much easier. Once you do that, you're gonna come to this wire diagram here and it tells you the colors and what slots they go. Go ahead and wire it up and then put your cover back on. After that's done, take a picture of your wire diagram and you're gonna wire it the same on your exterior unit. The colors and everything match up identical to the inside, so you can't beat that. So what we're gonna do real quick, we're gonna go ahead and bore this 2 1/4 hole through the wall. Like I said, get that level, use the butterfly anchors. This thing will never come off, and we'll be right back with that. All right, guys, once your hole is bored through the wall here, just like so, see, you want to make sure it stays above that line so this hole doesn't poke out the bottom of the unit because it sits very flush right here. So once that hole is bored, you're gonna determine which side you want your plug-in wire to come out. So we're here, and there is a receptacle here. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna have an electrician come fish a wire up and do a fresh cut-in box right here so it just comes out and plugs in real nice and neat. So once you do that, what you're gonna do is notch out which side you want the wire on. You can go this side or that side. You're just gonna grab these lines like this. You're just gonna bend them up. Hold the unit there. Just bend them vertically up like so. And you're gonna take this one like that. We're gonna have Josh put just some regular tape here on it, like that. You grab some tape. Just tape it. Yeah, tape it on the bottom, like so. Perfect. You're gonna tape it there. You're gonna tape it up a little bit more. Use some more wire. Yep, like that. Okay. And you're gonna tape the dead end right here, like that. Not the wire. Don't worry about the wire. Yeah, just the reason you tape this in here, it really helps feed it through the wall, and this thing will spread apart and you're trying to fight this thing. So once this is done, like I said, just bend it straight. Make sure this water tube here is on the bottom side. And you can see here like that, because water doesn't flow uphill. So make sure this is on the bottom side, just like that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure how thick this wall is. So you take a tape measure and grab the other side, see how thick it is. You're gonna take this white moisture tape that the kit comes with. And then basically you would just wrap the moisture tape to however thick the wall is. And the reason you do this is because when these lines go to sweat, you don't want that sweat running down the inside of your walls, creating mold. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. We'll go to the next step. Here, you see how we got it taped like that. And what you're gonna do is just grab this unit. This. First things first, you just grab your wire and poke it outside. And you grab this unit, just come up. Remember why we tape the ends there, so it goes through the wall real easy. do is kind of push the unit up a little bit because the top of the bracket's kind of hooked down on it. Like so. Make sure your wire's poking out. And it just clips in. And that's it for the head unit. Okay. There you go. Alright guys, once all your stuff's through like this, like I said, make sure your drain tube's on the bottom. All you're gonna do is grab these lines like this and just real lightly kind of just bend them like this. Don't bend them just in one spot, they'll kink. What you do is kind of get it to bend down like that. Same thing with this one. Now they do make pipe benders and all that, but most of the time it's such a pain, and this is 10 times faster. But just get them bent down like that right there, kind of spread them apart just a little bit. Don't be scared of them. They're not as scary as they look. So once that's done, the next thing we're gonna do is grab these line sets. Set this airplane pass by. All right, next thing you do is grab your line sets, go ahead and screw this one in. Now you see how I got this kind of bent here? Like that, so what you just want to do is keep it like that. Screw your line set in, like so. And just come on down with it. What we're gonna do is put it behind the unit, just like this right here, the rest of it. All right, we're gonna grab this other one, bend it out kind of the same way, like that. Grab this and screw this in. Like that. And then you're gonna grab 2 crescent wrenches and tighten these up. All right, we'll go to the next step here in just a second. Here you go. Yep. All right, guys, so what you want to do next is grab this foam, fold it down after you tighten the crescent wrenches. Keep everything tucked in behind like this. Keep your Freon lines out front. You just want to put a little piece of tape here, a little piece of tape at the top, tape here, and just come on down. And what I did is I went and bought some 1-inch PVC pipe insulation. And the reason I do this is it helps fill in this 2-inch hole here that you have to have. Helps fill it in a little bit to help seal it up. And it also makes a really nice transition when it comes down and it looks all professional and clean. So anyways, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna grab the white tape that it comes with, and we're gonna wrap all this, make it look nice and neat. So hang tight and we'll go right there to it. Go. All right guys, so after you get your line tape, go ahead and get you a 1.5-inch EMT fitting. That'll hold the line set against the wall and make it real pretty. Now we're doing from a siding to a brick, so we have like a little bit of a kick out. So I just kind of bent the line sets, whatever. Now you always ask, like, what do I do with all extra lines? I just curl them up behind the unit and then bend them like this out the side, because this is where it's going to screw into the unit. And the same thing with the wire, like we're going to do the same thing, and we'll end up wrapping all this, and the wire will come out here. We're going to set the unit, hook the Freon lines up, wire it up. We'll go to the next step. All right guys, so what we did, we've used these mini split wall mount brackets and we anchored them to the brick here. So we did that first. He's bolting it in now, so the unit's set in place. What you want to do then is just kind of grab your line sets, put them here, get them threaded on and tightened. Like that. Well, it's going to take 2 hands to do this. Anyways, you get them threaded on there. That's your next step. There we go. And then tighten them pretty good. If you don't have a vacuum pump, you're definitely gonna want to tighten them really, really good so they don't leak. All right, guys, so we got the bolts tightened. We now have the line sets tightened. We're going to do the wiring real quick. So like I said, remember that wire diagram? You just take this off, put it in there, and just these screws is kind of where everything goes. So just like that. Go ahead and just wire it up identically. So once that's done, we'll go to the next step. All right, guys, once you have that wiring done outside, put the cover back on, have your line sets tight. What you're gonna do is plug it in. Right now we're just doing this till the electrician comes in and can plug it in. So we're gonna do this. He's gonna go ahead and turn it on. Do not release that Freon in that system until you hear that compressor turn on. Yeah, so just turn it on. If it's cold, if it's hot outside, turn it on air condition, turn it on turbo, turn it on 16. That thing will turn on, you can see. So then what we're gonna do, so like I said, he's got the wiring done. We're gonna tidy that up. This is all done. What you're gonna do now is, now that compressor just turned on, so we know the unit's good, everything's good on it. Wiring's right. We're gonna take these caps off here. That's your Freon caps. All right, you're gonna take an Allen wrench. I think it's M6, but we have a Torx bit. That's all we have with us today. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do your high side first. You're gonna stick your socket in here. You're gonna back it out, and that releases the Freon in the unit. You're gonna do this top side as well. There it goes. So it should automatically be cold in there. You're gonna take these brass caps, put these brass caps back on, like so. Tighten them up. You don't want, stuff to leak out. So just snug them. Make sure this one's tight. And there you go. Other than that, the unit should be cold inside, should be blowing. It's blowing out here. Everything's on. And that's exactly how you do a mini split. Hope that helps some guys.